Now ask yourself, are you really ready to see that vision?
In times, you can't bring me down. I know who I belong to. Yeah, what? I won't sell my soul. I know my worth. Yeah. Oh, they say misery loves company. Yeah, show me hate, you won't get none from me. They say misery loves company. You show me hate, you gon' get love from me. These ain't raps, these Hebrew spirituals. I tell them guard you like they wanna steal your glow. I started this with 60-second videos. Slight work, came up with this in like 5 minutes, bro. I'm thankful for this talent that he's given me. At this point, I can write about anything. No, for real, he give me songs soon as it cross my mind. I hear the beat, connect the dots, and all the bars around. We wrestle not against flesh, guard your mind. These demons see something in you that's hard to find. That's why they talking down. You can't put no fear in me, don't cross the line. I'm a work in progress. No matter what I'm going through, I know who I belong to. Them haters wanna turn your smile into a frown, but never let them bring you down. I know who I belong to. Yeah. I won't sell my soul, I know my worth. Yeah. They say misery loves company. You show me hate, you won't get none from me. No, 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 no. I gotta do better, I got an idea, get some signs and we should set up shop. Word. They need to hear this word on every block. With no fear, we gon' keep going if they tell us stop. Bring affliction, I got on my persecution vest. Hearing well done, faithful servant, that's true success. Faith and works, he'll do the rest. It's now or never, even through trial and error. Said he would never forsake me, and I don't doubt him ever. I pray his mercies are newer as every second passes. He gave us second chances, I can't take your grace for granted. That would be tragic when it's said and done. No matter what I'm going through, I know who I belong to. Finding creative ways to get the youth to listen to songs about biblical laws and our Savior's crucifixion. Enter the kingdom as a child. He gives grace to the humble, but he resists the proud. Never let them bring you down. Yeah. In the day, how you gonna act?
Yo, Darab. Yeah. Yo, your song is on the radio, bro.
What you crying for? What you complaining about? Breathe. No, seriously, take a breath. How many people want to do that? They can't. Walk outside. Some people ain't got freedom. They ain't gonna never see the light of day. You know what I mean? I can't front, I do it too. I need somebody to check me. I need you to edify me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thankful for being alive. I am so thankful for being alive. Today was a good day. I opened my eyes. Yeah, I woke up today. So many can't say the same. I can't complain. Yeah. I'm thankful for being alive. Yeah. Don't quit, you just hit a bump in the road. You detoured when you thought you had it under control. Whether you winning or losing, you stuck with your soul. Focus on eternity, happiness comes and it goes. Praying you'll see a miracle when they right under your nose. Today you woke up and your heart was beating, and you started breathing. Just for you, they say misery loves company. Yeah, show me hate, you won't get none from me. They say misery loves company. You show me hate, you gon' get love from me. These ain't raps, these Hebrew spirituals. I tell them guard you like they wanna steal your glow. I started this with 60-second videos. Slight work, came up with this in like 5 minutes, bro. I'm thankful for this talent that he's given me. At this point, I can write about anything. No, for real, he give me songs soon as it cross my mind. I hear the beat, connect the dots, and all the bars around. We wrestle not against flesh, guard your mind. These demons see something in you that's hard to find. That's why they talking down. You can't put no fear in me, don't cross the line. I'm a work in progress. No matter.
In the kingdom, life will be brand new. The law will inspire you. In the kingdom, life will be brand new. The law will inspire you. In the kingdom, 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 kingdom.
And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have eternal life. For Yahweh so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life.
He that believeth on the Son of Yahweh hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not Yahweh hath made him a liar,
because he believeth not the record that Yahweh gave of his Son.
And this is the record that Yahweh hath given to us, eternal life, and this life is in his Son.
Be sober, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But Yahweh of all grace, who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahweh Shai.
After that ye have suffered, I'll make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. He that believeth on the Son hath everlasting life.
He that believeth not the Son shall not see life, but the wrath of Yahweh abideth on him.
To drink of the cup of indignation continually, to drink of the cup of indignation continually, to drink of the cup of indignation continually.
We wise, and he shall understand some these things. Prudent, and he shall know them. For the ways of Yahweh are right, and the just shall walk in them, but the transgressor shall fall therein. Search me, O Yahweh, and know my heart. Try me, and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. But thou being made free from sin, and become servants to Yahweh, you have your fruit unto holiness, and the end everlasting life. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahweh Shai.
Shai HaMashiach Taradawan.
Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in there. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
In the kingdom, life will be brand new. The law will inspire you.
In the kingdom,
life will be brand new. The law will inspire you.
In the kingdom,
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 kingdom.
Boom, boom.
What is brotherly love? Is it that mushy, tingling feeling that pulls and tugs? Or is it conditional when I'm in the mood? And this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my ever I have made known unto you. In 3 things I was beautified, and stood up beautiful both before Yahweh and men. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. If a man say, I love Yahweh, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love Yahweh whom he hath not seen? How can you love Yahweh who you have not seen? How can you love Yahweh who you have not seen? And hate your brother who you see daily. And this commandment have we from him, that he who love Yahweh love his brother also. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. Charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have loved one to another. Now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know. But if any man love Yahweh, the same is known of him. Let all your things be done with charity. Hereby perceive we the love of Yahweh Shai, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. Ha! But whoso hath this world good, and seeth his brother have need, and shuteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of Yahweh in him? My little children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue, but in deed and in truth. And hereby we know that we are of the truth, and shall assure our hearts before him. For if our heart condemn us, Yahweh is greater than our heart, and knoweth all things, beloved. If our heart condemn us not, then have we confidence toward Yahweh, and whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments. And this is his commandment, that we should believe on the name of his son Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, and love one another as he gave us commandment. And he that keepeth his commandments dwelleth in him, and he in him. And hereby we know that he abideth in us, by the Spirit which he hath given us. For as the Abba and the Hamashiach is one, so are we one body in Hamashiach. So are we one body in Hamashiach. For as the Abba and the Hamashiach is one, so are we one body in Hamashiach. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Kuwab Hashabata, Masha Panasha, Zakaha Kodeshaba, Shuwab Lahatawara, La Ayara, Kobal Haban, Kobal Haruak, Haya Awa, Haya Salam, Lamad Mayan Hamelek, Iraya Sala, Zahadawa, Iwaparath Hagawayam, Yakau Nasayawan, Alabahadam, Allah Bahashim, Allah Bahadam, Allah Bahashim, Hallelujah, Barakashim, Barakashim, Hallelujah, 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 Hawalaya, 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 Allah Bahashim, Allah Bahadam, Allah Bahashim, Allah Bahadam, Allah Bahashim, Hallelujah, Lekwaza Sapa, Kobal Haruak, Kobal Haruak, Kobal Haruak, Kobal Haruak, Hallelujah.
Babylon is falling, no more time for us to leave. They can't shake my faith, Abba got his hands on me. It's power in the blood, wholeheartedly believe. Allah Bahadam, Messiah died for you and me. Babylon is falling, no more time for us to leave. They can't shake my faith, Abba got his hands on me. It's power in the blood, wholeheartedly believe. Allah Bahadam, Messiah died for you and me. Babylon is falling, no more time for us to leave. They can't shake my faith, Abba got his hands on me. It's power in the blood, wholeheartedly believe. Allah Bahadam, Messiah died for you and me.
Shalom, Yasharala, Shalom. First, giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashim, Hamashiach Malak Yahweh Shai. The world knows Yahweh as God. The world knows Yahweh Shai as Jesus. Hamashiach will be the Christ. A Shabbat Shalom, man. A giving all honor and glory and praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High, man. That was the congregation of Soldier Yahweh. We just finished the Daniel's fast, giving up, the king's wicked dainty meats, and the things of this earth, the drinks and things of that nature, and just focus on the word and the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding of the Most High, man, right? So all praises to the Most High, man. We thank everybody for tuning in, that's going to be tuning in, right? Hey, all praises as I get my opening precept real quick, Salakia. Right, Matthew 6:33 through the Spirit, and I'm gonna get right at it, man. Matthew 6:22. 33 Salaki. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 33, and it reads, "But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." So, hey, the Most High is telling us in this we got to seek his kingdom and all his righteousness. And then all these things will be added to you. So, hey, first and foremost, you should be thinking about the kingdom. You should be thinking about what things pleases the Most High. What things will bring me closer to the Most High, right? And so that's what this Daniel fast was doing with us through the spirit of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? Is it was bringing us closer to the Most High, giving us that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to bringing us closer to his ways. Without further ado, let's get to this lesson. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, 24, and verse 21. Right? And it reads, it says, "For then there shall be," it's the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor even shall be." So, hey, if you don't know what this time is, Yasharala, this is the time of Jacob's trouble. This is the time when the days on the earth is going to be so wicked. You're going to have L20, 2013 going on. You're going to have children hating their parents, right? You're going to have brothers hating each other. But hey, the Most High said, hey, this time is going to be like none other on the earth. Neither shall be nor shall it be to come. Verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. Right? But this is the key point. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So, hey, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, hey, the Most High said through the elect day, through the elect's sake, right? Not through, us that we just want to make it. We want to be the lower end. But, hey, the Most High said for his elect's sake, shall those days be shortened, right? Then shall he make that way easier and prosperous, right? So let's pick it up in the book of Zechariah chapter 13 and verse number 5 through the spirit. Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 5, because, hey, the Most High said through the elect was he going to shorten their days. Not through you because you think you're keeping the commandments to the best of your abilities. Not through you because, hey, you've been keeping all the high holy days to the best of your abilities. Not to you because you think you're greater than thou. You know what I'm saying? You don't sin, right? You're keeping everything according to how the scriptures tell you. No, he said for the elect's sake, and we don't know who those elect are. Right, so this is the book of Zechariah chapter 13 and verse number 5. It says, but he shall say, I am no prophet, I am an husbandman, for man taught me to keep cattle from my youth. And one shall say unto him, what are these wounds in thy hands? Then he shall answer, those with which I was wounded in the house of my friends. So, hey, if you don't know this account, this is a Mashiach, man. He had the wounds in his hands. He was wounded from his friends, from his nation, from those that he came to take the sins and bear the weight of the cross for. But watch this, right? It says, awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith Yahweh of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little ones. Hey, so we would be those little ones, right? We're the children of Yasharallah. We never got to adolescent stage, nor adulthood. So when you think that you've matured and you've gotten to that place, hey, la'ah, I say different because it said, my little ones, right? So let's get a precept to find out who that sword is, man. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 17, and we're going to pick it up at the 12th verse, right? Psalms, chapter 17, and we're going to pick it up at the 12th verse. And it reads, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, because we know the lion would be the chief hunter. He would be the king of what we would call the jungle, right? So he says, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places, right? Because we know that the wicked, right, they hide and lurk to kill those that are innocent, that are righteous, right? To get us in the trap of the net, paraphrasing. It says, arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So we know that the wicked will be the sword. Right? So, hey, when he said the wicked and the sword, we know that he's literally talking about the wicked, man. So it says, awake, O sword, awake, wicked, against my shepherd and against the man that is my fellow. So, hey, the Most High is literally putting judgment upon Yasharallah. It says, saith Yahweh of hosts, the Lord of armies. It says, smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. And we know Yahushua was our shepherd. He was our leader. He was our chief apostle and priest. But yet we deceived him, right? We saw his demise and we did him wrong. It says, and I will turn my hand upon the little ones, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's that Jacob trouble. When the Most High is going to judge Yasharallah, he's going to kind of cut off 2 parts of our people, and they're going to be kind of destroyed with the sword, which are the wicked. And it says, shall be cut off and die. But the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire. And we know that's the refining process. And will refine them as silver is refined. And will try them as gold is tried. They shall call upon my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people. Because we know that Hosea, right, in a place where it says they are not my people, then they shall be known. Then will I say they are the sons of God. right? So, hey, this is just a precept to that. It says, they shall call upon my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, Yahweh is my power. So, hey, that's all praise. I would be against popular belief when people say that, hey, the Most High, he loves everybody. Oh, he never left anybody. But it literally said in that place where I said they are not my people, right? That's Hosea real quick, through the Spirit. Right, because that would be Hosea, man. Hosea 11. Salakia. Salakia Yasharala. Salakia, Hosea 1 and 9. Salakia, through the Spirit. The book of Hosea, chapter 1, and verse number 9. It's the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, then said Yahweh, call his name Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Yasharallah shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured or numbered. And it shall come to pass, meaning it's going to happen. It says that in the place where it is said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Right? So he's going to turn our captivity, and he's going to reclaim us, man. So right, let's pick it up in the book of Zechariah chapter 13, and let's go verse number 7. Zechariah chapter 13. And verse 7. And it reads, awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith Yahweh of hosts, smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. Because that's what happened, right? All of our shepherds, man. The apostles got smited, right? We got all the prophets got smited. Yahweh got smited, right? Paul got smited. All of the Most High's chosen got smited. It says, smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered. And I will turn my hand upon the little ones. Verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. But the third part, the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined. And I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call upon my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they will say, Yahweh is my power. Amen. Through the Spirit, that's when the Most High is going to claim us, right? And let's see why the Most High had to do it, man. Because through the Spirit, hey, the Most High, he had to make sure that we truly love him, Yasharallah. Because he says, their words say they love me, but their hearts is be far from me, man. Right? The book of Deuteronomy. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 1. It says, all the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live. Right? So, and the Most High gave us the commandments for life, not death. He doesn't get any gratification or anything out of it from our death, man. It says that ye may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which Yahweh sware unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh thy power led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee. So he did this to humble us, and to prove thee. He did it to see if we love him, to know what is in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which thou knowest not. Neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doeth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh doeth man live. Hey, so we got to kind of know that, hey, every word that the Most High commanded Yasharala, we got to kind of live by that thing. We can't kind of like do our own ways, kind of wear fringes when we want to, kind of have the beard when we want to, right? Kind of eat pork when we want to. No, we can't do that. We have to kind of literally follow the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. If he say that, hey, we got to do this, we got to do it. Because we don't live by bread alone. We don't live by the food, by the water, right? By soda, by juice, like, but whatever it be, right? We live by every word that proceedeth out of Yahweh Ba'ashem mouth, man. That's what we live. And it says, thy raiment wax not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years, right? So, hey, we got to understand the blessing that the Most High gave us, that he never left us nor forsook us, but yet we continually forsake him. And then we wonder why he got to shorten the days. We have to shorten the days because, hey, we're wicked, man. Right, so let's pick that up in the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 5. The book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 5. Right, because, hey, the Most High, it's a blessing that he shortened the days. He shortened the days because, hey, we wicked. Let's just call a spade, man. He wouldn't have to shorten the days if we wasn't wicked, man. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 13 and verse 7. And it reads, remember them, Salaki. 5 and 6, Salaki. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 5, 13, verse 5. It says, let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For he hath said, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. Right? The Most High will never leave us nor forsake us. He says, so that we may boldly say, Yahweh is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. Because we know as these days get wickeder, we know as these days get tougher, we know as the temperature goes up, as the temperature rises above the temperature that's needed to purify gold and silver, we know that we have to lean and depend on our strength, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So let's go back to the book of Deuteronomy, man. Chapter 8, and let's pick it up at verse 5. And it reads, thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so Yahweh thy power chasteneth thee. So, hey, the Most High said that, hey, he only chastising you because you his son. He only chastising you because he loved you. He said, what father chastising him, not his son, right? It says, therefore, thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh thy power, to walk in his ways and to fear him, right? So, hey, this is the reason why the Most High did this. He didn't chastise us to get any type of vainglory out of it or to get satisfaction out of it, but he literally chastised us so we could possibly turn our ways back to him and receive the glory and the salvation that was promised to us by Yahweh Ba'ashem HaMashiach Yahweh Shai. So let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 20. The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 20. The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 20. It says, for it is not ye that speak, but the spirit of your Abba which speaketh in you. So we know that it ain't by our strength we're doing this. It's not by our strength that we're bringing out these lessons, that we're going on the highways and hedges and teaching, hey, that we ain't being slothful. Because he said the deceived and the deceiver is his. So if you getting deceived thinking that, hey, you got to stay at home today, I kind of don't want to do the work today. Hey, the Most High put that spirit in you to be deceived. Hey, all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because he said, hey, if you want to sit there and be slothful, hey, that's not of the Most High. Right? Verse 21, he says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death. Hey, it's going to be that way in the last days. It's going to be brothers with the fringes on. Right? It's going to be brothers that got the mighty beard. The brothers with the strongest shalom, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right? The strongest black power. Right? All of them things. And that's going to be the main brother lifting you up and delivering you. It says, and the Abba and the father of the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. Right? Because you're going to be thinking that, hey, we don't want to accord. You're going to be thinking that, hey, my kids love me. But then next thing you know, and they're going to kind of get hungry. It's going to be in the fourth quarter with 2 seconds left on the clock on the 1 yard line with no timeouts. no bread in the refrigerator, right? No water, right? All your utilities gonna be cut off. Hey, and they gonna have only one choice. Hey, deliver your parents to us, and we can kind of give you that food you want. We can kind of give you that drink that you want. We know you thirsty. You ain't had water in weeks because we know we cut your water off. Right? What you gonna do? Right? He says, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So, hey, it's going to even go further than just the children. It's going to even go as far as your friends, your brotherhood, right? Your sisterhood. You kind of think that they're on your side because you done did many breakdowns, many lessons in this thing, right? You done got taught many things in this thing. But guess what? He says, hey, you're gonna be hated for the Most High's sake. You thought they were in this thing with you, and you're gonna kind of be hated by him. It says, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee unto another city. So hey, if you're kind of getting persecuted in a place, kind of getting ridiculed, kind of getting done wrong, you got to kind of flee out of that spot. Wisdom should tell you to get the heck out of Dodge, man, for a better lack of better words, right? And it says, flee unto another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Yasharallah till the Son of Man become. So he's saying, like, hey, you're not going to be delivered back. So, hey, all them people that's over there that say, hey, they've been delivered and put back home, and you got to kind of look at the scriptures and kind of precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, right? Because when you look into Revelations, and he says, those that are say they are Jews but are not, but are the synagogue of Satan was the chief officer of Satan. But then he says, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Yasharallah. I mean, he's not going to deliver you back until you of Yasharallah till the Son of Man comes. So, hey, you're not going to go back till the Most High brings you and places you back home. Verse 24, it says the disciple is not above his master. Hey, so if you kind of a follower of the Most High, right, you kind of trying to live the best way you can through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, he said, you're not above your master. It says, nor the servant above his Lord. So if I'd have brought it out in maybe the Luke or the John, it'll say, hey, I am not above the Abba. Just like you are not above me. You know what I'm saying? So verse 25, it said, it is enough for the disciple that he is as his master. Right? So, hey, the Most High is literally saying that, hey, it's only right that you have to suffer as Yahweh Shai suffered, man. It says, and the servant as his Adawan, as his Lord. It says, if they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, right? Because remember, they called Yahweh Shai Beelzebub, because he said that you made yourself to be equal to the Father. It says, how much more should they call them of his household? Because we say we're the house of Yasharallah. We say that we the Most High is chosen. We're the called. We're the elect. We're the cream of the crop. Right? Then how much more, because you're in the household of faith, should you not have to go through the same things Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? Right? So let's go to Luke 6 and 40. Book of Luke chapter 6 and verse 40. Right? Because, hey, you got to understand that the Most High did this for a reason. He wants you to return 10 times more, man. The book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 40. And it reads, it says, the disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master. And let's see what that word perfect is conveying, right? It is a Greek word that is called katartizo. Katartizo, right? It's to complete thoroughly, i.e. repair or adjust, literally or figuratively. It says to fit, framely amend, join together, prepare, restore. So it's talking about repair and restore us to the Most High, man. It says, or adjust, to fit, frame, men, make perfectly join together. Join together, man. It says to prepare or restore. to restore us to our former ways, our righteous apparel, our righteous life, our righteous heritage, right? So let's go to the book of First Peter, chapter 5 and verse 8. The book of First Peter, chapter 5 and verse 8. I ain't gonna have you long. I know it's late. Through the Spirit, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But hey, this lesson was needed, man. So this is the book of First Peter chapter 5. I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you. So we know that that's talking about Yahweh Shai, right? Because he cared for us. He cared so much that he gave his life. And the Most High cared so much that he sent his Holy Son to give his life. It says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, right, the wicked deceiver, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, right? And I brought that up earlier, because it said the wicked, right, they're going to come as a lion, and they're going to kind of, devour the poor, the needy, those that literally have to be spoon-fed through the scriptures, man. Salakia. And it says, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So, hey, we got to know that we're not alone. We got to know that, hey, our brothers go through the same thing. Whether it be our brothers that's doing the work in Africa, the brothers that's doing the work in Puerto Rico, in Haiti, in Dominica, in Europe, in Spain, right? Hey, they're going through the same thing, the same afflictions, right? Verse 10, it says, but Yahweh of all grace, who have called us into his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, after that you have suffered a little while, make you perfect, right? Establish, strengthen, and says settle you. So hey, he's going to strengthen you and make you as a perfect foundation in him, right? Real quick, let's look at that perfect. Right? That perfect is katar tizo, right? The same thing, right? To join fitly together, right? To prepare to restore. So it's going to restore us, right? Restore us to our natural state. So let's go back. It says, but Yahweh of all grace, who have called us into his eternal glory, by Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, for after that ye have suffered a little while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Right? So, hey, it's the Most High that's going to establish us. He's going to put us together. He's going to bring us back and mold us to what he needs us for. So let's pick that up in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16, as I begin to land this plane. So, amen. I pray through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, hey, that the Most High bless you, give you the increase in this lesson, right? And that, hey, you be able to, apply these scriptures to your everyday life, man, as I try my hardest to apply it on my walk. Because I'm humble, man, to the best of my ability. I try my hardest to do the will of the Most High. I try not to go above and beyond my strength, but, hey, you got to forever be doing this work, man. Whatever the level the Most High gave you, you should be doing it. If he only gave you the camera, hey, pan the camera. If he only gave you doing lessons at home, hey, do the lessons at home. If he only gave you the ability to go and support other brothers or whatever it may be, hey, do that. But whatever the power of the Most High that he's given you, hey, he said he gave every man a gift according several unto his will, which is your will. So he didn't go above your strength. He made sure he gave you whatever strength you could handle. So that way, when he come back to reap what he's sown, hey, he gonna get the full benefits, man. So this is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 16. And it reads, for which cause we faint not. So, hey, he's letting us know right from the beginning, for the cause of this truth, hey, for fighting and dealing with the persecutions that we got to go through, right? Hey, and unless these last days be shortened, hey, we're gonna faint. But it says, for which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish. So that's why you got to tap into the source. You got to kind of plug in your your EV to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Right? Plug that thing right into the source. It says, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So you kind of got to renew your spirit every day. Watch this. It says, for our light affliction. It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment. So quit murmuring, Yasharala. Quit complaining. Quit being, I ain't gonna say the word, quit being, quit doing all them things because, hey, you're reminding the Most High of them that was in the wilderness, that was kind of murmuring, that wasn't happy, wasn't satisfied. That's why he had to remind you in Deuteronomy 8, he said your shoes didn't wax old, your clothes didn't wax old, right? It says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and external weight of glory, right? It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Hey, so we got to kind of reach for that spiritual bag. We kind of reach for that spiritual deposit. Because hey, everything that's in the flesh, he said these things are not seen as eternal. So the Most High is not going to bless you. He's only dealing with the spiritual. So let's get the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 16. The book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 16. It's the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 16. It says, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh. It says, and if children, then heirs. So he's letting you know, if you're not a child, then you're heir. And if anybody knows about an inheritance, right, before you can receive that inheritance, you got to kind of pay off the past bills of the person that left you the inheritance. You got to kind of, pay anything that they had debt-wise left, right? So, hey, if we heirs, then we got to kind of deal with what we got inherited, which Yahweh Shai was hated of all men, so you got to be hated of all men. Right? He says, and joint heirs with the Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So that's all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Because, hey, we all looking for that glory. We all looking for that great feeling. The presence of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to be in our inward parts. So let's go to Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. The book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. And I pray that our people is getting some understanding, that's tuning in. Our family definitely getting what they need to, edify themselves and, to sup with the Most High, man. This book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. And we know the image will mean the reflection, right? The image will mean, hey, we are operating in the same understanding as the Abba put us in. And that understanding will be the understanding of obedience, the understanding of knowledge, wisdom, and walking, right? Because it literally says that, that it's the performance of the law, man, right? So when you're performing the law, that means you're perfect, right? It says where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision, because wisdom is the performance of the law, right? It says barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but a Mashiach is all and in all, right? Salakia, let me start over because it's from verse 1. Chapter 3, verse 1 through 10. Salakia. It says, if you be risen with the Mashiach, seek those things which are above. So you got to think kingdom things, man. It says, where Hamashiach sitteth on the right hand of Yahweh. It says, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with the Hamashiach and the Yahweh. Verse 4. It says, when Hamashiach, who is your life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. So you got to kind of make him your life. And we know that life will be the word real quick through the Spirit. It's the book of St. John, chapter 1. Because he said, let's make Hamashiach write your life. Who is Hamashiach, man? Right? It's the book of St. John, chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yahweh, and the Word was Yahweh. Right? Watch this, I'm going to skip down. Right? It's the book of St. John, chapter 1 and verse 10. He said, he was in the world, right? That word, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Hey, so he came to the world, right? That word came to the world, and that world would be Yasharala, right? This is Colossians chapter 3 and verse I'm gonna start at verse 3. It says, For ye are dead, and your life is hid with the Mashiach in Yahweh. When Christ, who is your life, right? So that's your life. And we know the word is life, right? Baruch 4. It says, Hamashiach, who is your life, shall appear, then shall you also appear with him in glory. Watch this. It says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. So, hey, you got to kind of mortify yourself, right? Which means put it away. What are those parts that are on the earth? Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil, concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things sake the wrath of Yahweh cometh on the children of disobedience, in the which you also walked some time when you lived in them. So hey, we kind of all walked in that way of life, right? It says, but now ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeking that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man. That's the key point. The new man, which is renewed in knowledge, after the image of him that created him. So, hey, we got to kind of be renewed in knowledge after Hamashiach, who created us, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this last precept out, and I'm going to go ahead and rest this case, man. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 1. Chapter 2 and verse 1. The book of Ephesians, chapter 2 and verse 1. And it reads, and you hath he quickened, right? He's changed in a blink of an eye. You kind of changed. Who were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in times past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Let me reread that again. It says, wherein in times past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. You not want to listen to your wife. You not want to listen to your husband. You doing wrong by your parents. The parents doing wrong by their children, right? And not teaching them, not doing Bible class with them, not trying to bring them up in the righteousness of the scriptures. It says the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past, and the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh, of the mind, and of the mind, and were by the nature of the children of wrath, even as others. But Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with a Mashiach. By grace ye are saved, and have raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in the Mashiach Yahushai, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness toward us through Mashiach Yahushai. For by grace ye are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of Yahweh, not of works, right? Because hey, if it was by the works, then brothers be like, look what I done. I'm doing my thing. I'm kind of clean. I'm kind of when I'm not in sin, right? But you can't say that, because real quick through the Spirit, the book of 1 John chapter 1, right? St. John chapter 1, 1 John chapter 1, and down to book of St. John chapter 1 John chapter 1 verse 8 says, if we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. Let's go to the book of St. John, Ephesians chapter 2, right? In verse 8, it says, for by grace ye are saved through faith, and not of yourselves. So it ain't by your strength. It said it is not the gift of Yahweh, not of works, lest any man should boast. Because through the Spirit Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, he know that if you feel like you did it on your own, you would be boasting. You're not going to accept it. You're going to kind of reject it and do your own wickedness. It says, for we are his workmanship, created in the Mashiach Yahushai into good works, which Yahweh have before ordained that we should walk in them. So the Most High ordained that we should walk in these ways, that we shouldn't deviate, nor do the things that make us feel fuzzy and complete on our own end, right? So giving all honor, glory, and praise to Mashiach Yahushai, Yahweh Bashem, Mashiach Yahushai, Salakia, and continue to endure this thing, because we know that if the days wasn't shortened, his work is working us more and more. I've been working 10, 11, 12 hour days. I'm tired. Everybody I talk to, right, whether it be my congregation or anybody in the body of Yasharallah, they tired. They working on more and more. They're short-handed, right? They can't fill the people fast enough to be able to fill the positions that are empty, right? But we want to give our honor and praise to Mashiach, to Yahweh Hashem, Mashiach Malak Shai, and I pray that you keep the commandments and live, and lest the days be shortened, we all will perish. And with that being said, we came to establish the law. Shabbat Shalom.